Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. Today I am simply making pockets. How trivial could that be? But I am making pockets that will be kind of the decoration on the page of a journal. I got this idea from Kathy at Attic Treasures. So thank you, Kathy. Kathy used, and I think hers would have been a little bit thinner, possibly the same size, but a little bit longer than what I have used here. But I have just simply cut out 2 cards. They're double width, the thickness, and I have used I believe that's a 1-inch hole punch, just to make a little divot here so that I have a thumb hole to reach in and get the objects that I want to get off the page. And if I can grab a journal that I'm working in here, there would be something. I'm trying to see if I've got something dark enough for you to be able to see it. Let's try this paper. Ooh, maybe what's on the back of that. Nope. Well, I'm so sorry for taking so long. I'm looking for something dark enough just to show you. And I think I'll do something longer, but she overlapped, if I'm remembering correctly, something like this. And I think it's fine because if I have a ticket or some kind of card to stick in here, if you'll see, if I only glue it down on the edge there, it's not going to impede this space here as a pocket, even though I have overlapped it from this one. So depending on how I glue that, that'll be fine. Now what I want to do is I want a page wide enough that I can come in, and so it's going to have to be something maybe like this. I'm still going to have to cut these down a little bit because I want to put them side by side on a page going up and down where she may have done vertically. And you know what? I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip it up and do it vertical as well. How cute is that? And then whatever I put in my pockets then can go in here. But I want to decorate my pockets first. So let's set the journal out of the way. And I just have a few pieces of things that I've fussy cut, and we'll see how that works. I am looking possibly at this little label. It is a cologne label. I believe I got this one off of the Graphics Fairy. I'm going to keep saying Graphics Fairy and Pixabay, Pixabay, have tons of photos, images, not just photos, excuse me. Pixabay has a lot of photos, but they both have images. Some of these images are very vintagey and very nice to be able to utilize in our journaling. So too much red right there. I believe it is. Let's try something else. Let's try some background to make that, to darken that up a little bit. This is just a little tissue paper that I'm going to use here. I am going to reach for my glue stick. Because it's tissue paper, it's just easier for me to work with. Okay. And I will just simply push that over, and you can see, you can't see, I can't see that it did go over, but it was such a tiny little piece, and I do see it when the light hits it just right. And then where I didn't get it completely, didn't get my glue stick all the way over. Let's try this. And you see I pushed a little too hard there, which pulled some of that tissue paper off. Yeah, you don't have to push that hard, and I knew better than that. Let's see if I can put a little of it back. It's going to be covered by whatever I put over that, and it's not going to hurt anything, but I knew better. And I'm going to take it out because it's going to wad itself up, and I don't want to bump underneath my bird. Now let's see how that looks. Okay, I'm liking that better. Let's try a little piece of material. Okay, bird, don't get stuck down where I had a little glue there. Does that give it a little more interest? And carries that from one side to the next. I think it does. So, you know, I don't get out fabric enough to use. How about you? I use text pages for backgrounds, and I use digitals for backgrounds and Italian papers purchased from Rachel, but I forget to use fabric. And something thin, like, that's not netting, what is that? Like a Georgette, maybe even different. I don't know all of my materials. Okay, so, and there you have that. One card ready to go. Now let's see what we have over here. I want to use something a little different, so I'm going to use an odd shaped label. I like that that has a little bit of blue, a little bit of red. We'll pull across. And if I overlap them, that's going to have some overlap in it anyway. Am I going to use another piece of this? I think so. And I'm going back to the glue stick, sorry. And another little piece of fabric, and that adds a lot of texture. This is a linen cotton blend, if I'm not mistaken. I am certainly not the be-all, end-all when it comes to fabric knowledge. And I think I see a little bit of paper turning up right here on this end. I want to make sure I get that glued down. If I purchase something, I don't want that to come to me that way. I certainly don't want to send that to someone else, either as a gift or something that someone has purchased. And I don't care how I try to use that glue stick. I typically miss my edges somehow or another, so I really have to double check those. And therein lies this handy little bottle of art glitter glue that I love using. Okay, I think these are going to be pretty on a page. Am I going to use another bird? He stands out off that page. That gives him a little bit of 3D. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. It's a pretty day. There's the threat of some rain later on. I don't know if it's going to hold off. Sort of a partly sunny, partly cloudy day. Kind of the glass is half full sort of a thing. How do you see it? The glass is half full or the glass is half empty. So partially sunny or partially cloudy today. And it's been that way pretty much most of the morning. Oh, I like that. I think that'll be fine there. Okay, so let me slide these little labels off to the side so they're not distracting. And then go back and find this page in the journal. And all I need to see is if I'm in the center of the camera. And I'm either going to come up this way on this side or here. Where do I like that the most? I think I like it over here. And I think I'm going to overlap this way. Okay, so I'm only going to put glue down there on the sides and the bottom because I'm creating a pocket. I may have slid that too far on that paper as I was putting it down. I want my pocket to be deep enough. I don't want to have taken it away by putting a little glue there. Let's see how this one will go. I could put them side by side. I like that they overlap, and I'm pretty sure that's what Kathy did. She overlapped her pockets, but I didn't measure, and I kind of like this being equidistant there, so therein lies my rub. I'm going to do it just that way. One underneath the other, and I'll just have 2 stacked pockets. It still gives me quite a bit of pocket space and quite a bit of decoration on that entire page. And because that is so much a neutral page there, and I'm just eyeballing it, not trying to make sure it's perfect, but trying to get it close enough. I'll hold that down a second to make sure that grabs well. But I will use this double pocket effect again, I believe, in journal making. So a nod to Kathy for sharing that. This was from a little address book that I found in a 1944, 1945, I believe it was 1945, and the book was literally this big. It was a little, it said diary on the front of it. And so the calendar is here, and there's some pencil written, and I love how this old ink, how it kind of flattened out and kind of puddled up in places too. I just really like that a lot. So there's nothing to journal on there, but it is something to look at. So I like that in that pocket. Here are 2 old pictures. I'm going to include those. And then here are some tickets. I've been on a little nudge to make tickets lately instead of tag shapes. I love tags. There's nothing wrong with tags. But it just seemed like every video I was watching, all I was seeing was tags. And so I said, okay, let's try for a little something different here so that at least I'm not making the same thing as everybody else. So I made some little tickets, and they are free to be written on the back. I hope you like that. Go over and watch Kathy at Attic Treasures, I believe is her, when I get off and when I quit making or finish making the video, I'll try to look that up and make sure I'm correct. If not, I will write in the comments, but I believe she is Attic Treasures, and that's Kathy, and see what she did with her 2 pockets on a page. Hope you got an idea for something fun to create. Go have fun today. Thanks. Bye.